Hey everyone, it is Brittany from the Pretty Fuss. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my January 2019 budget. I've never done one of these videos before. I decided I was going to try to do like one of the screenshot type of videos where you see my face in the corner but you see my screen. I don't feel like doing that. It just seems like so much work to me. And I know that I wouldn't be able to execute it quite as well as I want to. Maybe I'll play around with it and see if I can do it in the future, but for now I just did pen and paper and I hope that it turns out okay. My baby's crying. My husband's got her, don't worry, she's not just sitting there alone. Anyway, if you want to see what my January 2019 budget looks like, then just keep watching and you'll be able to be nosy and see all about how we're budgeting for January. Okay, bear with me. I have never done anything like showing you what is like what I'm writing on, and I'm not doing like a screen share type of thing, even though I typically do all of this on my computer. I keep it in my Google Docs, and I will definitely link my spreadsheet for you. But I just thought I would do a budget with me type of video. I want to keep track of them throughout the months. I want to find myself more accountable. My husband and I obviously talk about these things all the time, but I think it's super helpful to talk about it with the debt-free community as well. So I'm going to take you in closer for a second. And yeah, again, forgive me if I'm blocking things or my hand isn't clear. I'll be sure to take a picture of this and post it on my blog post that goes along with this video for you to see it there as well, and I'll talk through it all as much as I can. So, man, this is my first one like this, obviously. I really hope that the lighting isn't super weird, and I mean, we're gonna call it an experiment basically at this point. But it's for January 2019, and I'm going to start by just showing you all the things. So over here is a list of all the like necessity type of things that we have throughout the month. I track what I've allotted for it that month. We track what we spend for it that month, and then the remaining goes down here and goes into our debt. Over here, I'll talk a little bit more about them as I go through them, but it has my sinking fund totals and the current total that it's at, and I update those in real time. So if we spend something from our sinking fund, I go in and update it. So by the time that I'm showing you what we actually are giving to our debt for January, this will be current as well. And then I have my debt total down here. At the end of 2018, our debt total was $13,260 for our credit card debt. So I'll have January updated for you in February's budget with me. So anyway, I'm going to start by adding our income in here. I'm not showing you like exactly where our income's coming from or anything, but the estimated income that we have for the month is $4,070. So our mortgage, car payment, phones, internet are all the same every month. So 901, and I know that I'll spend 901 with 0 left. Car payments, 2 cars for 412. I know I'll spend 412 with 0 left. Phones will be 168. We do have like a lease on our phones. Oh, it's actually 167. Sorry. 167 with 0 left. Internet is 70. 0 left. We allot 200 for our gas and our electric. In the last few months we've gone over. That's something that we won't know until it's done. And I can already tell that there's a shadow over this stuff, so I'm really sorry about that. Daycare, we pay monthly, so in January we are saving essentially to pay February's, and we'll be paying $500. That has been a hard blow. I just keep thinking like we paid off a lot of our debts in 2017. We went from a lot, I don't remember exactly what our debt total was, but we paid off a significant amount of it, plus a lot of other little things that kept popping up. And I just keep thinking that $500 would be like, you know, quickly done with the rest of our debt if we didn't have to pay the daycare. But we are so blessed with our baby, so I'm not even gonna complain. $500, it's $125 a week, and so $500. Online subscription, we only have Hulu right now, and that's $12 because we pay for the no commercials. We're allotting $200 for our grocery. I track these on my actual budget spreadsheet. This is my actual over here, and it populates what we have. So when I track, like, go the first time, I say like Aldi on 1 for $20, then it'll automatically show up over here for $20. Just thought I'd share that with you. Joey and North are our cats, and they get $15 for the month. They'll probably need some cat food, and we usually adjust that throughout the month. If we decide we're going to buy them a big bag of cat food or something, we'll just up this, or, you know, go over on our spent. It's not a huge deal because we don't have to buy them something every month because we're bulk buyers. So our minimum credit card payment, all compiled, is approximately $397. We'll pay $397. This might be updated. If our minimums go down or something, then I might not have that amount, but it shouldn't go up. Our medical bills we're paying toward giving birth to Clara and her being in the NICU for so long, so we'll have $200 toward that. Restaurant budget is $50. Gas and car, like our gas for our cars, $200. That's another thing that I track on the side of my budget spreadsheet along with the restaurant. I just keep track of them in real time. Our allowance is $40, so we each get $20 for the month, which seems really low because it is, but one of our goals really is to get our credit card debt paid off so we can have a little bit more in our spending money, be able to you know, go to Starbucks more than twice in a month for my allowance, and that will be really nice. So all the rest of these are our sinking funds. So I will talk you through them now. I'll do a whole video on sinking funds and how we use them, but basically we're putting this money towards savings that we can use at any time for any of these specific needs. So for our family needs, which I'm calling family needs, maybe like clothes if Claire needs it, things like that, $25. There's never going to be any left over in these because I transfer them into an account for my sinking funds at the, like, you know, I split it up into 4 and do it at each paycheck. So family needs is $25. Our insurance sinking fund, since we pay our car insurance for the whole year at one time, is $110. Our car sinking fund, this is for any repairs that need to be done or our like maintenance, like oil changes and things like that, is $60. Same with our house sinking fund is $60, so any repairs or maintenance that needs done, put $60 a month toward that, and then whenever we have the issue, then we can hopefully fix it within that savings that we have for it. So Mason gift sinking funds is for my husband and I only. So it's anniversary, Valentine's Day, birthdays, and Christmas. And we are putting $50 a month toward that. Holiday sinking fund is for our Friendsgiving party, along with any like decorations, things like that, or little, like if we're going to a party or something, we need to take a dip or whatever it is. This year we didn't have a holiday sinking fund, and it didn't really hurt us too much, but I wish we would have had a little bit more than we had for our Friendsgiving sinking fund, so I changed it to holiday sinking fund and I doubled it, so it's just $20 per month. Pet sinking fund, we hardly used any of it this year, and we had a lot of it left over from 2017 as well, so we're only doing $5 a month for them. they're pretty low maintenance, and if they do need to go to the vet, it's like $50, and we have, I don't know, 250 in there right now, so it's really, really not a big deal to go down to $5. Our medical sinking fund, we also have an HSA, but I like to keep a little bit in a sinking fund just in case we need, you know, little things and we don't have it covered in our HSA. This is the first year that we're doing our HSA, so I'm not exactly sure how to work, how much we use, and again, it's our first year having a child, so we're not sure how much more medical funds we'll need than when it was just he and I. So we are putting, how much are we putting in there? $10. Again, because we have the bulk of it is going into the HSA, so it's pre-tax. Our vacation / travel sinking fund, we really don't take actual vacations, but we do a little bit of traveling. Brett's family lives in Ohio, so we go there quite a few times throughout the year, and we usually try to take a trip to like Chicago, since we live in the Indianapolis area, about once a year. And they're little. I mean, I'm saving $35 for it per month. Nothing extravagant, just little weekend trips. And then our present sinking fund is all the presents we would need to buy other people throughout the year, including Claire. So Claire is the bulk majority of it, I won't lie. She's like, I don't know, at least a third of this whole one, probably more. But it's $85 per month. And that makes the total of all of this $3,824. And as it stands, with everything budgeted out like this, that would mean we have a surplus of $246 to go toward our debt snowball. Now, if we have leftover over here, it will be higher than that. If you can understand, anything remaining gets added to this, and that is what goes to debt. If I go over on, like, you know, grocery or whatever, then it'll be subtracted from this. So this is not the end all be all number, but it's likely to be around there. And then the same, if we have some extra income come in, I input our income into a place that's like down here on my spreadsheet, and this will change in real time with how much my husband and I are actually paid throughout the month instead of just the estimated. So yeah, that's the amount that we're looking at going extra toward debt, which I'm pretty happy with, considering it's our first month of the year and we're getting into the swing of paying our daycare out of our budget. Ooh. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to cover was our sinking funds. I'm actually just going to share what we have in there specifically, and I'm going to do a video talking about how we use all of our sinking funds, how we keep track of our sinking funds, and stuff like that. But we have $800 in there. Our family needs, this is as of January 1st, so these are being funded. So 25, this is the first time we've done that. We start this in December, so we have $220 in there. And it shows what it'll be fully funded if we didn't take any money out of them, what they would have at the end of the year with what we're putting into it. Our car sinking fund, 78. House is 122. Mason gifts, 56. You show like these three had leftover from the year before, so that's why they're higher than what we're actually putting in for the month. Pets is another one like that. We've got 189 in there. Medicals like that as well, 247. Vacation / travel sinking fund, definitely like that as well. I wrote 20 down. I know it's more than 20. I'm not going to fill that one in because I know that it's more than 20. Actually, let me look it up. So I use the Google Sheets app on my phone, and I just pull it up that way. 201 is the actual total. And then presents, we didn't have any left over. We never have anything left over. I go balls to the walls on presents. So that is the amount that we have there, and I'm not going to add it all up because I just don't want to take the time to do that. But anyway, this is our budget for January 2019. I hope that was tolerable for you all. I hope that you can see what I was doing. I really like watching videos like this, and I always strive to record videos that I actually enjoy watching. That's why I do grocery hauls, and now I'm trying to do this budget spreadsheet. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already, head over to, you can head to the description. You can check out my budget spreadsheet there and kind of play around with it and see how it actually works for me. This is more of a glimpse of what it looks like. I have my expenses, my assets, the balances of the accounts that we have, and then for any variables, we have groceries where I keep track that plugs into here, gas that plugs in, Joey and North, our pets, plugs in, restaurant plugs in. Our sinking funds are down here. Our debt totals are over here for the year, so I can see like month by month the progress that we're making. I have a little area down here that says surplus payout, which is basically all the extra money we have. Where are we putting it? We're giving every dollar a name. So what dollar names do we have for the stuff down here? And then part of that is Clara expenses. Anything that pops up that we don't quite understand or know is going to be something that we have to allot for, we put it in here. Since we are first-time parents, we just don't know. So we put it in here, and it may have to come from surplus. It might not. And then for next year, we can look back and say, oh, in January, we ended up having to do this and this. We'll probably have to do that again, and we can budget for it. But this is how it's working for us now. So I hope seeing my budget was eye-opening for you, or maybe motivated you, or at least gave you a glimpse into what I'm working with and how we're planning our budget in order to pay off our debt. If you like this kind of video, be sure to give me feedback and praise, hopefully, because I need it. I'm pretty nervous about posting this for you all, so I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm interested to hear what kind of budgeting you do. Do you use a pen and paper? Are you kind of fly by the seat of your pants, see whatever happens type of person? Do you use an app? Do you use a spreadsheet like I do? Really interested to hear. And yeah, I'm going to, of course, link all the things that I talked about, my budget spreadsheet, blog post, etc. in the description below. If you want to catch me outside of these videos, you can find me at The Pretty Plus on Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And I hope to connect with you all soon.